her muchly. Are we ready for some applause? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
However short he was going to put it, it was never going to be enough. There we go. No, lower. There we go, about right for a 5-year-old.
But not the one somebody's skull fucking.
It's a picture of my current boyfriend. He's hot. It's going to show it up there. Does someone just say he's hot? Yeah, alright, I'll take that. Things are going pretty well, but we had to break up for a really good raisin. Picture of a raisin! Yeah. Dates are hard. Especially when you leave them out for too long, you know? I wish I could eat more of my dates. Anyone here dating? Anyone? Where's that first date that's going so well? Is it you guys? Hi, what are your names? John and? Jenny. Oh, he did that earlier, didn't he? And everyone went, oh, yeah, right, it's been done, fine. I'm not very good at dating. The last 3 guys that I've been on dates with have been interesting. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about them. Spoiler alert. Those are my friends, it's fine. Me and the angels. Just call me Charlie. So the last guy I dated, I met him online, and he sent me an email the day before our date. He had email, guys, we're going old school. And he sent me this email, and it was this long-winded explanation of how he'd met somebody else, and he'd been on 3 dates with her in a week, and he was like, I don't think it's serious. 3 dates in a week? Are you shitting me? That's pretty fucking serious. Like, that's longer than, I don't know, anything I've done. And he was like, okay, but you know, you seem pretty cool, so I'd still really like to meet you. And I was a bit like, all right, so just keep reading because there's like 5 more paragraphs. And he goes, yeah, but you know, I think we should just stay for you know, we should meet as friends because, you know, I'm dating this other girl, bitch. And I was like, no, because it's not called Guardian Best Friends, is it? No. But I went because I'm cripplingly lonely and I'll take anything. Yeah. We went for coffee and a walk on Hampstead Heath. It fucking snowed. Just to take the piss, really. I think, you know, there's nothing more pathetic than that kind of pathetic fallacy. Little literary joke for your students there. Yeah, that's right, little nod from the drama crew down here. The rest of you, you're like, smart, are you? No, it's fine, because this is a book from my childhood. It's called I Want My Potty. And I just want you to know that, like, when you're flicking through a book like this on the tube, right, and you're prepping for your set, there's not one single person in that carriage sitting there thinking, oh, she's a comedian preparing for her set. No. Every single one of those people is thinking, she is intellectually challenged. Because it's a picture book. And it's got the word potty in it. So this is a book from my childhood. It's called I Want My Potty, and it's got a really good message. Like, it's about teaching kids to use the potty, and just to give you a little synopsis of what's going on here. The princess does not want to transition from nappies to the potty, which places her aged about 2, right? And like eventually she's like, oh, all right, fine. I'm going to need the potty, and she's at the top of the castle playing, and she suddenly says, I want my potty, and it's repeated all through the kingdom. She goes, she wants her potty, she wants her potty, she wants her potty, and they get there, and it's just a little too late, right? She wets herself. Why was there any reaction to that? Like, if it's a little too late, she's definitely, oh, like that was a disappointment. Like, nothing else has happened there. So I'm a nanny during the day, which is why I have these books. It's not just that I'm holding on to my youth. And that's because, you know, following the dream, as art intern girl, that, you know, Jenny knows, you know, following the dream doesn't pay. And also, children love you unconditionally. Word to the wise. And the kid that I know, there's 2 kids, there's a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, and like they chat a lot. They have a lot of conversations. And they sometimes try to tell jokes. So the 5-year-old said to the 3-year-old, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" And the 3-year-old looked at her and he went, "What chicken?" Which is the best answer to that question I've ever heard, right? What chicken? Why has no one ever thought of that? What chicken? Brilliant. And then, so a couple of minutes later, like the 5-year-old's like, "No, I can do this, I can do this." So she tries again. So she's like, "Why did the cow cross the road?" And his face like just kind of crumples and he goes, No, you said it was a chicken." Like this poor little kid, he's just got his head wrapped around the fact that, like, you know, there might be a chicken crossing the road and suddenly there's a cow involved. That kid pissed himself in the face today. Yeah, and I told his dad, right, he had a little bit of an emergency. We got out the car, we're picking the 5-year-old up from school, we get out the car and he suddenly goes, "I need to do a wee," and I was like, "Well, it's the bushes or nothing, mate." So he picked the bushes, right, good choice initially. Now, I'm going to call it a winky, because that's what he calls it, right, keeping it kid-friendly. So he gets his winky out, and I can't really see what he's doing, right, I'm kind of just standing over him like this, like trying to help him, like, okay, you know, just, you know, relax, it's fine, like he's taking his time, because, you know, it's stressful having to pee outdoors, and he's standing there, and then suddenly I just see this fountain of wee shooting up, and poor little thing, it hits him straight in the face. Right. And when I told his dad about it, his dad laughed and then said, "Well, what did he do then?" He cried, obviously, because he just pissed himself in the face. I would also cry if I pissed myself in the face, not the least because I've got a vagina and I don't know how that would work. Like, that would be some serious art going on there. So that's I Want My Potty. I found this book in the library recently with them. Can you just read that for me? Just nice and loud. Just read what that title is.
I want a boyfriend.
I want a boyfriend. Are you joking? Like, I'm 26 and I struggle with relationships, but like I was just not aware that this was a problem for the toddler and infant community, right? And I checked with the librarian, right? I was like, "Sorry, can you just is this a joke?" And he was like, "Oh no, yeah, that's in the infant section." Yeah. Just so you know, right? 2-year-olds don't know the word boyfriend until you put it to them in a book, right? And this book, so this is like, so it's the same princess, so she's not aged, right? Like, my childhood, 20 odd years later, something's going on there. And the book basically, she sees a maid, right, giving a flower, and she goes up to the maid and she goes, what was that? Why'd you do that? And the maid goes, "Oh, he's my boyfriend." And she goes, "Oh, what does that mean?" She's like, "It means he looks after me." So she's like, "I'm a princess, I need a boyfriend." And they like search around the town, and they find this kid called Donald, right? And they just go, "He'll do." Is it that fucking simple? This book when I was a kid, like maybe they're onto something. Anyway, so she gives him a flower and he's like, "Oh, this is all right." And then he's like, "I want to play football, I want to jump in a stream, I want to climb a tree." Basically saying, "I want to have fun." Right? And she's like, "No, we just have to pick flowers." And he's all like, "Oh, I don't really want to pick flowers, it's a bit boring." So she's like, "Fine, you're out on your arse," except it doesn't say arse. Because it's for infants. And then at the end of the book, right, I'm just going to show you the last page. She's on her own with it. He's off with his mates, and she's on her own with a teddy bear, right? And the teddy bear is like prone and sad. Like that teddy bear's just lying there. He's like, "I don't want any part of this." And she's trying to give the teddy bear a flower, and it says, "Will you be my boyfriend?" It's not even got a happy ending. Okay, this is really hard for me, right? Because that paints a really rubbish portrayal of what girls like. Like, I liked fun when I was a kid, right? I'm definitely a girl. Yeah, no, still a girl, it's fine, no winky. But like, it's a bit uncomfortable for me to even say this, but like, what about like the straight boys that want to read that book? Because I Want My Potty has a universal message, like, everyone needs to go to the toilet from time to time. Can we just have a quick show of hands if you've ever needed the toilet? There's some of you that are toilet deniers. And obviously this set won't be for you. Oh, there you go. Late to the party. Yeah, all right, we go. Fine, we'll come clean about it. Yes, it's a little uncomfortable for me to like have to suddenly think that like there are straight boys being marginalised with this book. Who's thinking of them? Also, the maid gives the general a flower. What did that girl really see? That is definitely a euphemism. Like, they were fucking, no question. So the date that I went on before Friend Guy was with this guy who I also met online. And he sent me a series of text messages after our first and only date that were, I'm not gonna lie, pretty rapey. Like, I mean, he basically threatened to rape me. Like, that was the gist of it. It's okay, you can laugh at rape, it's fine. Yeah, it is really funny. But he misspelled rohypnol, so I think I dodged a bullet. Because, like, if you're gonna threaten me with, you know, a crime, the least you could do is spell it correctly. Yeah, spell your fucking weapon, you know? Gun, G-O-N, no. Have we heard of that thing? There's this thing about falling in love that came out recently that was like 36 questions that make you fall in love. Do we know this? Yeah. Have you ever heard of this? Yeah. Don't try it, guys. Like, basically there was this study done and there were 36 questions developed by the scientist and it's like guaranteed to make you fall in love on one date. So I thought I'd practice with a friend, right? Because I want to get my answers right. And we got through like 10 questions. I got through 10 questions with my mate and we realised that it had taken us like 2 hours. So we worked out that 36 questions, you need like a minimum of 7.5 hours. And like, there are crimes that have less prison time than that. Like, I'm sorry, no one's going on a date with me for 7.5 hours. Like, you guys haven't even been here 7 minutes and you're struggling. All right, there was no need to inject that with quite such a, like, there was a lot of pity in that. I think I deserved that. So the last thing I'm going to tell you about is a date that I went. It's a third date, but it's like the third one back in. I've gone backwards. Okay, just keep up. It's fine. So the guy that I dated 3 dates ago shut the bed after we had sex. And then tried to blame me. I wish that like I just made this up, because like 2 people are in a room. I'm going to give you a riddle, right? It's a riddle, guys. You're going to need to think a little bit. 2 people are in a room and one of them has shat the bed. How do you know which one has shat the bed? It's the one that's shat the bed. Like, there's no way around this. There is absolutely no way that you can be like, I think it was you, but that's what he did. Right, so I was on top. We're going to get graphic. Strap in. So I was on top, and like it was okay, you know. It's just a quickie, so I didn't come. And oh my god, what is happening? Fuck it. Yeah, didn't need you anyway. So I was on top, and then I got off, and he kind of rolled off the bed, and there was like a long sort of mark on the bed sheets, like white sheets. Yeah, that is the correct face, madam. The correct face of disgust. Except I've never encountered a shit mark before, because I had this book as a child. So I looked at it and I was like, what's that? Pretty much with that face, I'm like, oh, that's funny, what is it? And he went, oh, I think it was you. To which I went, am I bleeding? Like, and genuinely started doing like a little inventory of my body just to check my body, but I'm like, what's going on? Anyway, I established that it was not me. And I was like, oh, I don't think it's me, so what is it? And I got a little bit close and I was like, oh my god, I know what that is. That is poop, my friend. That is some poop on those white sheets in the spare bedroom of my friend's flat. Wasn't even my bed. Can't decide if that's a good thing. It's a win. It's a win. He didn't shit my bed. So I like went straight into crisis mode, right? And I was like, I've got to wash these sheets. I've got to wash. So I like stripped the bed, like had a look at it, checked everything, and I was like, you clean yourself up. Ran to the washing machine, like put everything in, came back in, and there was another one on the duvet cover where there had not been before. And I was like, what did you do? At what point did you not decide to go to the bathroom immediately and clean yourself the fuck up? Right? And he just sat down on the bed on top of the duvet, and he got up and I was like, bend over. And I genuinely like just checked. He was like, I put boxers on. I don't know. There was shit on the outside of his boxers. I don't know what had happened. Yeah. And he's here tonight, guys. He's not. But like, there were at least 5 people who just went, oh my God. Take cover! What if he's up there? I kind of wish that his name was Mark, because then I could call him Skid Mark. Yeah. That's right. But hey, you know, at least he didn't do it before we had sex. Yeah.
Silver lining.
Silver lining, yeah. Who said that? Who's the nice, positive human? That's right, yeah. No shit before sex. It's a good rule, isn't it, guys? On that note, I'm going to leave you, because that's my motto, no shit before sex. Thanks very much, you guys.